everyone, we're going to make some shirts today. Well, we're not going to make the shirts, we're going to put designs on the shirts, and I'm going to use numbers. I'm making what I'm called birthday shirts, but they don't have to be birthday shirts. You can put initials, you could put shapes or whatever, but I'm going to show you how easy it is to make a numbered birthday shirt. Now if you just go online, and I want to give this site the credit here. This is these are from Bold Bossy Slammin', coloring pages for kidsboys.com. Okay, this is where you can find the numbers, and you can put them in a photo editing software program, either something like Photoshop or Photoshop Elements, or even Paint for free, and enlarge them, and then they may print. You can print them smaller if you want them, or larger like this. So what I'm doing is I'm just cutting out my numbers first, and then we're going to grab our fabric. So one of the fabrics that I'm using for the numbers, you should wash your fabric before you use it, is this Star Wars. Okay, so we're going to just, take our number, put our number on the fabric, iron it. I'm going to iron this, of course. And then just with some clips, hold it on while you cut the fabric into the number shape. So I'm going to go quickly cut out my numbers and iron this, cut out my numbers, and then I'll show you the next step. I've cut my numbers out here. This shirt is going to have a number 11 on it. So I've got my numbers, and what I'm going to use to make this a lot easier is sewable iron-on adhesive. And it comes in rolls like this, and what you do is you take it and you iron this side onto your number, and then you peel it off, and then when you put it on your shirt, you can press it and it'll hold it in place for you to sew. So what I'm going to do is, hold on one second, let me see if I can get this camera in a better angle. Let me see if that will let me show you what to do. But it's called, I'm going to put the link to the product, but there's two different kinds now, guys. There is a sewable and a non-sewable. Do not get the non-sew, because that's only if you want to iron it on and not sew, and it will ruin your machine if you want to sew with it. So it's for this project, when you want to do a stitch over the numbers on the edges, you have to get the sewable. Okay, but I'm just going to press this. Excuse my ironing board cover. I have to put a new one on. I have a brand new one that I bought, and it's really pretty, and I just haven't done it yet. Okay, so when I pull this out, I have a nice crease that shows me my center. This exactly, under your number, but what I do is, let me see here. Oh, and never, ever, ever, ever use your fabric scissors to cut this, okay? But let me just show you, especially with a number 1 like this, it's pretty easy. I'm not even going to, do a template or anything, because I'm just going to grab a piece like this, and I'm going to just take it and put it, let me just put this, let me get the shirt up for a second. I'm just going to put this down, and okay, and then I'm going to take this, I'm going to make sure that it doesn't, I have to trim it a little bit over here, because I don't want it to go over the number, because then it's going to stick on my ironing board. I'm going to cut it a little narrower, but it doesn't have to be perfect at all, because you're not going to see it, as long as it's smaller than the number. Some people cut out the entire shape, and that's fine. Okay, so now I'm just going to hold my iron down, maybe about 10, I don't know, 15 seconds. And I'll pick it up, and then I'll just run my iron over it just to make sure it's adhered. It adheres very easily. Now watch. When I peel this off, you won't see it. I mean, you probably can't see it. Maybe you see a little bit of a sheen, but you can feel a little bit of texture. That's the iron-on. That's going to stick to the shirt, but it still needs to be sewn. Okay, but they have one if you just want to use it. I prefer it better when it's sewn because it takes care of the, you know, the edges so they don't ravel. I've done them, like before I tell you I don't sew now, but before when I really thought I didn't sew, I did one of the iron-on ones, and I like the ones that you sew so much better. Okay, so now you're going to see this. Watch this. I'm just going to do a little bit up here, so I'll just trim that off. If you have a scrap that's big enough, you can just save it. But now I have to be very, very careful that I don't go over any of the adhesive that's already on there. So I'm not just going to lay my iron on, I'm just going to make sure that I don't touch any of that adhesive, and then I'm just going to peel that off, and you see that's already on. You don't even have to go nuts with it. Now let me do the other one, and then we'll put them on the shirt. So this is a really easy sewing project, and you can make a shirt like this for under $5, because even if you don't have fabric, you can buy a fat quarter for your number or whatever you want to put on it for 99 cents, and you can buy a shirt at Walmart for under $4. So there you have, and you know, this stuff, you only need a little bit of it and it's going to last you, so I don't even put that really into the cost of it. But even if you had to buy a small package in Walmart, I don't think it's more than $3. Like I said, I got this huge roll from Amazon, but yeah, I mean, even if you had to buy this and you didn't have it, it'd still be under $10. If you have it, it's under $5. So not bad, not bad. And it's kind of a tradition. So I'm making another one, and it's like a joke for my older son because a friend told me a long time ago, she's like, why don't you do that for, you know, it'd be so funny, because I usually take pictures and I have these stackable birthday cakes that go up like to age 10, and I always do those. So she's like, why don't you do that? And then so this year I said, you know what? I think it will be funny, and I'm going to do that. But anyway, let me just put a little piece here, and let's put a little piece up here. All right. So now let me get rid of this. Make sure none of this is on your ironing board. I don't care about this one, but my new cover, you know, I don't want it sticking to it. So, all right. So now with that crease, you'll see where the center is, and you can position the numbers. So I'm just going to put my numbers on. And this one here, but they're all done. I'm just going to get my ruler so I just make sure that they're, you know, these don't have to be perfect. My kids really wear these like one day, or sometimes like then for pajamas, maybe one day to school, but it's not something that I sew them up quickly. I don't stress about things, but if you're one that does, of course you can do, you know, a perfectionist job. But for me, I just want to get them made. I just want to get them in the picture, and I just think it's important to just get it done instead of stressing over it, because life's too short to be so stressed. So I'm pretty happy with that. Let me see. Situation. You know, the first one I made way back, I had peace signs or something, and I ironed it on, and the peace sign, I guess, or some kind of symbol was upside down, but like nobody noticed it. So this one woman's like, "Oh my gosh," and I did the whole shirt over, and yeah, okay. So I'm just going to now iron. You don't have to use the steam. I don't know why I'm a steamer. I don't know why. I don't think you're even supposed to, but my hand always hits the steam. So then I'm just going to go on this one just so it doesn't move on me. Okay, so just real fast, you'll see, whoops, can you see? I don't know if you can see. Okay, there, got the 11 on. And now what I'm going to do is take it to my machine and go over it. I have like a applique stitch on my machine. If you don't, you can use a zigzag. But that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give it another press. But you see how nice those have adhered on there? So I'm just going to give it another press, and I'm going to take it over, and then I'm going to show you what it's like when I'm done. Alright guys, I'm done with the one number 1. You'll see that I use, this is a, let me show you what it is on the machine. This is Project Runway machine. It is number 11 that I use, but that's what I use, and you can see I've gone all the way around, and what I do, I manipulate this, of course, just by keeping my needle down when I'm going around a corner, and you'll see how nice the corners come, even for somebody that's like a novice like me. I just leave my needle in, and then I turn the fabric and go up the other way until I'm done with the entire number, and then I take it off. And it comes out very nicely when I do that. I'm going to do the other side now, and I will get back with you guys and show you the finished product. Alright guys, I ran into a little issue. I don't know why, but my, hold on a minute, got some string here. My needle got stuck. It wouldn't move when I got to about here. It was just going in one place, you know, so I had to rip out some stitches, and I couldn't keep my needle in. I had to take the shirt off, so there's a little blooper there. I'm not worried about it. Like I said, my kids wear it like one day, and that's it. There's his shirt. No one's going to notice for the photographs, and that's that. I'm going to do another one now and do it the same way. That's all it is to it. And I mean, if I didn't have that little blooper with the machine, it would be very, very nice. Okay guys, so these are ironed on. I'm going to go put the stitching around them in the overlock stitch now, and then I'll come back and show you how that looks. And guys, real fast, I just want to show you this. This is what I have in that large roll, but you could get it in these smaller packs like this at Walmart and other craft and sewing stores. It's called Heat and Bond Light. And this is very important that it's sewable for these. They do have another one that, like I said, you can just iron it on and let it stay, but I just think, especially like with raveling and stuff, it works much better if you can put a stitch on it. Okay guys, so I'm done. I used blue instead of red thread to do the overstitch, that doesn't sound right, to do the embroidery or the applique stitch, whatever, yeah, I think that's what it's called, over the numbers. And I liked the way it looked, so I did that. When you have a lot of curves in numbers, yeah, it can get a little crazy, but like I said, just leave your needle in the fabric and then lift up your foot, turn the number. And what I do, and again, I'm not a sewer, okay? So if you're a beginner, you're good with me, because so am I. But what I do, and I find works well and keeps me as close to the edge of the number consistently so that it looks okay, is that I, open the shirt. You have the part on the bottom because you don't want to sew the shirt together. But I keep the edge of the number, okay, the edge that I'm sewing on, I keep that right between the split in my foot. And that keeps me as close to the edge as possible, and it keeps me on the same spot, and it lets me see when I've got to go around a curve really easy. So all of that, yep, you do the whole number. Now the 9, you do have to lift off and do the circle because it's not in the continuum that you're going on there. So you go ahead and do that separately. And that's it, guys. I gave it a little press, and that's it. And like I said, you know, I can make these for less than $5. If you have the fabric, I mean, you can make it for $3. $3 if you have the fabric, and you see it takes a very small amount of fabric, and anybody has fabric around. You could even use, you know, like I said, most anything you can cut one of those numbers out with. But if you needed fabric for 99 cents, you can get one of those fat quarters. But like I said, anybody that has fabric, that does crafts, probably has some fabric. If you don't have that heat bond, once you buy it, you know, you'll have it for a while. And you can make it for $3. You can get a t-shirt like this in Walmart for $3. Men's. The little boys was like it was less than $3.50. It was like $3.30 something. I don't know. But again, there you have it, you know. And yeah, if he wears this one time just for the pictures and a joke, you know, it was worth it to me. And it's just funny. I just think it's funny. So we're doing that. And, you know, let me know if you try this out. I know some of you have asked me, I've had some comments on my page. I've had people, you know, looking for advice on how to do this. It's simple. It's so simple, guys. Okay? If I can do it, you can do it. It really is simple. So try it out. Let me know how it goes. And I'd love to see your creations. If you want to send me a pic or anything, my email is here. So let me know. I'd love to know how you're doing on this. And again, you know, I don't pretend to be a sewer. I'm not a sewer. So I don't need any comments like, oh my gosh, you should have done this, that, or the other thing. I mean, if you want to offer something constructively, really nice. But if you just want to, you know, be spiteful and hateful, I don't need your spite and hate. Go bring it somewhere else. In fact, you should just get rid of it and not do it at all. But, you know, don't bring it to me. I don't need it. Thank you. But I hope this helped you guys. If you have any questions, you know, just shoot me a comment and I'll try to answer it the best I can. I hope this was helpful, and I hope you guys have a great day. I hope everybody has a great weekend. Take care now. Bye-bye.